It's Tuesday, and here we are.
Yes.
Yes, that's all you can say is yes.
Yes, so it's Tuesday, and we are live.
Are you sure we're live?
Last I looked, we are.
All right.
Oh,
Well, why don't you say hello to the chat, and then we'll pop in our third, and we'll get this party really started.
yes, we will. Welcome, chat, DJ.
Really, just welcome, chat. How you doing?
Thank you for joining us this evening. We have DJ. You bald stopped
You
in.
bald? What? You bald?
You baldo
Hold it.
stopped in.
Please get your shit together.
Stopped in to say hi. He's got to work tonight, so he won't be with us.
God.
Spencer's here, and Isaac's here.
Yeah, Isaac was right in the beginning. He said hi. And
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
And I've actually been running the chat for once from the keyboard for once.
So thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll enjoy the show tonight.
It'll be a fun one.
It will.
And as soon as I make sure I got the right one, let's go get on the other side of the show.
Yes,
You ready?
I'm ready.
This podcast is a member of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts and content creators, visit bio.link/Red5.
And we're live.
We are.
Yeah, right. I know my voice is really messed up tonight.
And we actually had two more people join us in the chat. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Nicholas from Backyard Tortoise.
And welcome to Using You.
Did you say Nicole from Backyard Tortoise?
No, I said Nicholas from
I was
Backyard
like, wait.
Tortoise.
I mean, I know Nicholas and Nicole are. It's been a long day, people. Okay?
I can tell.
It's been a day.
Right?
Day. It's been
It
a
has
day.
been a day. The cool part is over the weekend, we received a package. in the mail.
Package. Yes, we did.
But we're going to do that in a minute. By the way, I'm Scott.
I'm Kim.
I'm Nicole. You didn't figure it out yet because, Nicholas, Nicole, Nicholas, Nicole.
Exactly.
I did say Nicholas.
Hello, R2.
Oh, welcome.
How dare you give me an opportunity, R2, in my chat of my current podcast? I think he's trying to steal me.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, last night you guys did a great show. For those of you who don't know, Nicole was helping
Guest
our two guest co-hosts on After the Weekend, and they talked about Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller.
Oh, it was fun.
I love that movie.
It was fun. It was definitely fun. Hello, Diana, who's Mrs. R2 is here too. So
Nice.
wonderful. And Isaac. It was really fun. And then JT threw out his little thing today, and it was, we all had like the same favorite scene, which was really awesome. And while I missed having JT there, it was great just to hang out with R2 and the chat. And I will never replace JT because he's amazing. So
no.
He's fantastic.
No, definitely. And
it's a fun group.
If I would have been feeling better last night and actually in the chat, I would have been a smart aleck and said, yeah, I've never seen this movie.
We did have somebody who hadn't seen the movie.
I know.
Surprised the living daylights out of us, but I was like, okay, but go watch it.
I mean, I can think of a lot of things. Like me and Kim, we were watching this YouTube channel earlier today. It looked like maybe a father-daughter where he was kind of showing his kids stuff that he grew up on. He was showing him one video he showed him was Nothing But a Good Time by Poison.
Oh, yes.
Right. And
Love that song.
And I told Kim, I go, you know what?
Remember, you guys, I willingly was getting stitches in my knee thanks to my dad because, I had fallen from my granny's house thinking the killer clowns were coming after me and just across the street. And, but I wanted to make time to watch the Poison concert that was on TV.
Right.
And I guarantee that song was playing.
I was telling Kim, I go, I could actually do that with her.
Do what with her? Put stitches in her knee?
Sure, I could do that too. But no, where we watch like old 80s music videos, because for her, she knows a lot of the songs, especially not for me, but she still hasn't seen a lot of the music videos from back then.
We could totally do that. That would be a good episode. See,
it would be
us and our episodes. We are set for like a couple of years.
Yeah, right. That's the funny part is, yes,
this is true.
The way we come up with stuff like, hey, how about this? How about that? How about this? How about that?
We're like, wait, this is one series. This is another series. This
right.
is another series. And that doesn't include everything else.
Right. And and then, right. Gosh, we got so much going on. And then, of course, this last week, you were busy.
Wait, what?
You were busy this last week.
Oh my gosh. This whole upcoming week is going to be busy.
Well, last week, you had the tavern, which now you guys are all.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And actually today, a new clip. Thank you to Lunar Girl, Kelly. She dropped a new clip that actually had me. And fun times. It was fun. So check out the Red 5 Tavern. I will not be there for a few weeks because I will be busy out of town this week and I work the following week and I can't wait to return.
Yeah. And then, and the worst part is you guys are all those that played on Friday night are now encased in dark crystal.
Yeah, they are.
I know. I'm like, how are we going to get me out of this crystal with me not being there now for weeks? I'm like, who's going to save me? Like, that's my... Right. Like, who's saving me? Because I'm stuck. And then I said, well, what? And my big mouth goes, what about Sorceress Glinda? Can she put her crystal around her neck? For those who don't know, my cat Glinda loves. It's funny because on Tuesday nights it's Elphaba. Elfie is like, she's here actually in the room already. So I'm just kind of like waiting for her to perch out. But on Friday nights when I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons with the Red 5 Tavern, there's Glinda, who of course I call her Sorceress Glinda because in Wizard of Oz she's actually technically a sorceress in the books, and she's I don't know why she's there and she's happy and she's like, I'm here, and she sits right next to me. It's like I always joked that I thought you guys were animaguses like in Harry Potter when I first got you, but I'm really beginning to wonder these days. It's true because she watches and she stays with me, and it's just like and if she's not with me I have bad luck. If she's close to me I have good luck. Anyways, so I say, hey, we love you too, JV. Anyways, so I said, can I put it around, like as a charm, on Sorceress Glinda? And they're like, no, because Glinda's in there with you. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, you can't put the cat in the crystal. She's technically like, yeah. So yeah, I'm like, that's some. I'm like, you don't understand, because if you do that to Sorceress Glinda, then Elfie's gonna have to get in on. Actually, that's a really good point. I should probably push that out to them. You don't want to deal with the Wicked Witch, okay? And that's Elfie, and she will stand her ground. So, I still am.
Oops.
I was looking for my book, which was taking me. I could not find it. I'm so mad. I had it the last time when Brady Big 11 was on. Talk about boy bands, and now I couldn't find it today, and I'm mad. It's just been a long day. Yeah. It's gonna be a bigger week. Next week I'll probably have photos. Next week we might have to start slightly early. Yeah.
And it starts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But before we get there, though, I mean, we got a little bit of show and tell to do.
Yes.
I got some too.
All right, cool. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll do this zero in solo layout because we got a package from Sarasota, Florida.
Yes, we did.
Because
You did.
I did, and
You
we
did.
And yeah, it was mainly because of a group had their 100th episode.
Yes.
And they had a question. They ended up answering the question correctly, and they sent a box with I was expecting me win item, and instead they added in a few extra things. So here we go. And by the way, if when we go full screen here with us, you may well see there is an Easter egg in the background, not to do with tonight's episode, but to do with something else. That's kind of big.
Not tonight.
Something big going on.
Night. Don't make me start singing another New Kids on the Block song.
Actually, it is tonight because, I mean, at midnight tonight, episode 5 does get released.
I wish it was earlier. Dang it.
I know.
Well, it's midnight for us.
Well, it's 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah, your point.
Bolt.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Hey, DB and Luna Girl jumped in.
Yep, we have a really good crew. Make sure you hit that like button.
Here we go. So some of this stuff I'm not 100% sure on, so we're just going to do this. So we'll solo real quick. Starting off with...
hey, I know those dudes. I know them. And I know the dude who created that card.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Rebel Base Card created this. It is Charles and Pat.
Yeah.
Conversations at ScareCon 22.
Yes, and no joke. I know they're going to say this, but if you don't know who Greg from Rebel Card Base is, follow him, subscribe to him. He's awesome. I cannot wait to see him this upcoming weekend. And of course, we have the famous, amazing Conversation Voice,
Exactly.
Mr. Sir Charles.
I love the back of their...
I was going to say, and the ladder.
I love the back of their cards.
And the ladder.
Yeah,
hey, Tina.
Pass ladder. I do
That's
love...
what I said. I was like, pass ladder.
I love the back of their cards.
Yeah, me too.
But
they're awesome.
Business cards. And then a couple stickers.
Whoop, whoop.
And
yeah, baby. Look at all that good stuff.
Couple coasters.
Oh,
man. If I
man.
could put one of them the right way, it'd be really smart. And then got little conversations right there. And then I don't know about these coasters are freaking cool too. There's this one with
Nice.
Oh, those are freaking cool.
Wow, you guys got some really cool loot.
And then of course the win.
Yes. Tina, I agree.
Echo pick again.
I'm gonna warn you now, Scott. I think we just officially crossed into after dark hours.
Yeah.
7:19.
I think so.
Expected it. And,
if your children are under the ages of 18, you
yeah,
might want to consider
not watching.
you staying and sending the children to bed.
Yeah, right. But anyways, and yeah, I'm gonna leave us up for just one more second longer.
That's great. I'm excited. I'm loving everything.
There is the back of the room. If you can see anything that might be sticking out.
Hello, Rolando.
That's not been there in the previous weeks. Otherwise, we won't point it out until next week. Right, Kim?
Right. Sorry.
Right, Kim?
I'm working with
now
the
Nicole's
chat
back
here.
on screen.
Hi. He's like, wait, let me do this. Will there be a waiver again? Isaac, I told you. I signed yours already, Isaac. Seriously. I had sheets, posters, t-shirts, everything.
The only waiver I know
Tina, let's talk about those sheets, girl.
The only waiver I know that was okay for Isaac this week was for Red Five Tavern, and that was Lunar Girl did give him a waiver, and that was mentioned yesterday on the Sidebar Cantina, which If you have not checked out their episode, they had a wonderful episode yesterday. They talked about the 50th anniversary of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yes. Yes.
Which I'm going to come out. Obviously, I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't in eBay. I mean, I was watching the shows, but I wasn't in the chats. And I'll be honest, for the first time ever, listened to that album on Sunday. The only Pink Floyd I had been exposed to was The Wall album. But
oh my gosh,
yesterday was the first time I ever listened to Dark Side of the Moon. And the funny part, we were listening to it while we were playing video games on Saturday or on Sunday. And this one here is humming.
I am.
I'm like, are you humming? No.
Yeah, right, Kim. You be honest.
Yeah,
and finally she stands up, comes over by me, and she's still humming. I'm like, dude, it is you.
Yes.
Well, I didn't realize. I guess I knew the songs. I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I had the Barbies and the jewelry too, Danny.
We'll get into that.
Why
We'll
do
get
I
into
just,
that.
you know, at this point here, Scott just kind of feels like he's completely out of place.
I would like to share with something with everybody. They're currently in stock. The Geek Garden can thank me later. This is not sponsored by them. Tina, girl, I got your dreams come true. There they are.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, never too late, right?
That's right.
Mean, never too late. And actually, looks like they can get for the guys too. There you go. You know. Whoa. Hold up. Now I got a Joey McIntyre and AJ McLean in their underwear. I'm just saying, Google is very nice. I might have specifically said Kim and I today because I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Poor Scott's gonna be like, I'm just gonna take this in and let these girls go for it.
You know, Scott I made a mention last week with DB when we at the end of Suicidal Tendency. I'm like, really, I should probably just take this week off and let the girls have at it.
Oh, there's another set. Tina, I got you, girl. I got you.
There we go.
Oh yeah. You're welcome. Oh no, keep me. Oh no. I got this. Send me the link. No. I got you, Mrs. R2. I got you. You ready? You ready? Okay, so he was only a very short time part of the New Kids on the Block because he's actually one of the brothers of one of the New Kids on the Block. But why not mention somebody else from known as Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? This is for the ladies.
Yep. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yep.
Welcome to Use and Abuse After Dark.
Oh, whoa. Okay, actually, I have another one, but I guess we'll wait because that would be for the guys too, and that's really after dark. Oh, are we waiting for me? Okay, I guess we'll just go there. Just look it up. Just look up New Kids on the Block underwear. Okay. Yeah. And you're gonna get a whole lot more. I told you in the chat, in a private chat, how things were gonna be going. I mean, I'm like,
you know how many times I actually look at that? Never. I forget it's there. Oh Lord. Yeah. Oh, here we go, Donnie.
That's about right. He was
Uh-huh.
Yes. 50's looking really good. Man. Yes. I want that. Yes, I want all that too. This is R2.
Oh Lord. I really got
and there's boxers. What? Yeah. I swear this is not sponsored by anybody, but I'm just going on. Hold on. Why does it? It's not wanting to pop up the rest of the way, but they're plaid. I'm sure y'all will like them.
She said.
Oh, she said. Oh, there we go. So if you don't want like the tighties, you can box them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tina, I realized I just signed myself up for I should have known better after the boy band episode.
We should have grabbed Brady. Because
Yeah, but Brady's all Brady's all Backstreet Boys.
But he would totally like do this with us. He would totally fangirl with us.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now, going, let's see. I've got 3 songs I really like, and that is it.
Ow.
Look what DB said.
Right, brother? I know.
I guess we could have just. Hey, Ro. Oh, Ro, by the way, you missed Garza Flip wearing New Kids on the Block underwear or no underwear. Sorry.
Oh Lord.
I know my dad's in the chat, but you know.
I know.
He would not unexpect this though for me. So that being said, this is not like something he would be surprised. Not be surprised.
Yeah, Ro, just in time, bud.
Yes.
Seriously.
You're late actually because you missed it. I was showing off women and men in their underwear.
Now that song's going in my head.
And to think we still have our girls' nights coming up. Scott's like, shit.
Well, no, Scott's going, thank God I'm not on those episodes.
You'll be there. We just won't see you.
Right. It may end up happening tonight still. Oh, Lord Almighty.
Oh, there's Elfie. You going to come up here and say hi?
Lord Almighty, my temperature's rising.
Yeah, that's
wrong band.
That's next
That's
week.
next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
That you're getting ahead.
For some reason, I feel like I'm also caught in the trap.
Yeah.
Caught in the trap. Mm-mm. You're getting ahead. Not fair. And trust me, that was the other thing I did over the weekend is I went to go see All Shook Up musical over the week. Well, play musical over the weekend.
Yeah, DB.
We could have.
And to think that when this whole like Kim back, you know, most everybody knows this. Kim never comes up with show ideas.
Nicholas.
She lets me do it. So when I'm looking at March, I'm thinking, okay, well, we wanted to do Elvis in August, we didn't do it, and so we're literally coming up this in December of last year. What we're gonna do in March of this year, and I literally threw in NKOTB because I'm like, oh, I'll be nice, give her something. Yeah.
You didn't know I was coming.
Well, no, I mean, no, because one of the episodes that when you guessed it on in December,
Hey, hi.
I mentioned it after the show, and you're like, oh, I want to be on that episode.
That was me?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
You know, and well, I mean, I told Kim when I wrote it down, I said, definitely Nicole will be on here. You know that because once I tell her we're doing NKOTB, she's going to jump at it. But yeah.
Yeah, but lo and behold, I'm here as a co-host instead of guest.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
what?
Yeah, Nick says he don't know if he's heard any New Kids on the Block song.
Ask your wife.
DB. Run, BYT. Save yourself. Oh, stay
Aww,
innocent.
Kenny, that's so sweet. Stay innocent. What? I'm sorry, Jargon Buddy. What?
Dave knows every word of every NKOTB
I don't
song. Oh, he's the only boy with 2 sisters.
innocent. That's fun. That's cute. I love this. That's
One saying, please don't go together with choreography. Nice.
girl.
Please don't.
The whole world. Hi, Hannah.
Which is the funny part is, like, for me, when it comes down to it, yes, I know the song, The Right Stuff, but I can't sing it normal now.
Baby.
No.
I got. Did you guys have anything else from Conversations? We totally already jumped into our main topic without.
No, that was it. I know, and you said you had some stuff too.
I kind of do. It's not really anything big. Actually, I think Danny would enjoy this. I think she might be the only one.
Right,
Oh wow! Why y'all gotta bring me out of the forefront, huh? So I ordered me some cool stuff from ColourPop finally.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
It's makeup.
Ironic.
Don't
yeah,
you
I
think?
seen that makeup. Yeah.
Ironic. Hey, when they have a sale, that's when I buy.
Yeah. I seen that. I was scrolling through Facebook and I seen something about that and I went, oh.
Okay. There we go. There's
Yep.
the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Alfie, if you're going to play near my feet, you might as well just get on the camera.
Exactly. We want to
She's
see
like,
you.
well, she's near the camera trying to get into the closet. And then Grogu. I haven't even opened these yet because I just haven't.
And there goes the closet. She got
Can
it
you hear
open.
it?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it? She's
We
such
can
a
see it.
sleeper.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, my nails are not done, people. Okay. Yeah, they're gorgeous. You know, for the cutest in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're gorgeous. I actually love ColourPop. If you've ever checked me out when I'm on Comics and Cosmetics, ColourPop has been one of my more favorites. So, yeah. Anyways.
Awesome.
Yeah, just some fun stuff. I know I've got more stuff to share that I've been waiting for, but that one or few of those things will be saved for next week.
Awesome.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah,
how much stuff we have to share? I'm like, better wait.
With Hannah being in the chat real quick.
I know I did. I saw Hannah.
So after this last weekend, she got to go to Salt Lake because she went to a concert, and
What
me and
concert?
her, she got to see. I know Terry Clark was opening with Reba headlining.
That's awesome.
And I mean, obviously I talked to her last night. They barely got home last night. And I've already talked to her. And at some point, either when she's got some time, I'm going to bring her on to do either a straight up Patreon only video where she's going to talk about the experiences or going to Reba, you know. And I mean, yeah. I seen every one of her Snapchats that she did from it, and
you're like, man, I wish I was there.
Oh, I do. I mean, I really did wish I was there, but yeah. I mean, and then of course I got curious of what was coming to Phoenix this year, and saw one that really. There's a few that really blew my, like George Strait's coming. He's going to be at State Farm Arena, which is ironic because like Reba played this other place here, but then George Strait will be at State Farm where the Cardinals play.
Yep.
And I'm like, and then of course in September, Metallica is going to be here.
Yes.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I mean, Shania Twain's coming.
She is.
Madonna's coming.
She is.
Pink is coming.
Yes.
Yes. Oh.
And it was like, wow. Okay, there's a lot.
I mean, I do like Madonna. I love 80s Madonna, and I like 90s Madonna. I like her music. That's where we'll go with that. Well, it's where we'll go with that. I love Pink.
Yeah, I mean,
every person you've mentioned that was awesome. So.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like Madonna goes, I mean, anything probably from Ray of Light backwards, I like. Not really saying I've listened to any of her newer stuff since then, but I do like the song Ray of Light.
I loved it when she did Eva Peron. Oh, I thought she did her justice. I mean, there are things I do like. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was really shocked. It's like, wow. It was like, wow. Okay, so Reba played in a smaller venue, but then George Strait's going to be in the friggin' Cardinal Stadium. Like, wow.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, well, yeah. I mean, but I don't know, because I think I consider them both huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how small Talking Stick is compared to, but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
The nice part about especially Phoenix is not only do we got State Farm, but you got Talking Stick.
You've also got Chase Bank Field.
And then you got Chase Field. So I mean, they hold concerts all over the place up there.
Yeah, and Chase is where the Diamondbacks play.
The who?
The Diamondbacks.
Who are they? I have never heard of them.
They're a baseball team.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
There's
only one baseball team, but let's just get this right first time. There's only one baseball team, and that's the Dodgers.
Get out.
There's others. There's others. There's also the Angels. There's also the Cubs.
She's correct, you know.
Right.
Opening days Thursday.
Yeah.
Before I forget, because you guys made me think, oh, I want to come visit Arizona. And then my brain went, oh, I really need to get to Mississippi because I really want to go visit Andrew and Marsha.
Right.
I was also on their show over the weekend.
That's the one I was trying to remember.
We were reviewing The Mandalorian. I was like so excited. I'm like, can you guys want to talk about Mandalorian? Because I really want to. And I if you've never seen Andrew and Marsha, check them out. They are at Science Fictionary as well as Coruscant Radio Underground on Twitter. They are awesome and amazing, and they're so much fun. I just have such a good time. I love people. So you know.
Yes, that is true.
Just remember that he did it.
I'll give you the Cardinals. They're a lot better than a few other teams out there.
Out.
Mainly.
3 strikes and you're out.
No, I mean, there's the New York teams. There's a Boston team.
Oh, I'm waiting. Okay, we better be careful. We don't want to get our chat heated up, you know, because we're trying to have some new kids on the block love. Okay, and I've already shown off Marky Mark in his underwear. And I've already shown off how you can get really cute new kids on the block underwear, which also they're gonna be like, why are we sold out all of a sudden? I'm gonna be like, well, you know, you can thank me later.
But you know what? There is one New York team I do like.
Don't even go there.
Uh-oh. Mayday.
Oh,
Mayday. Mayday.
There is one New York team I like.
And they beat my team when they were having a perfect season.
Hey, you know it's not that far from there, Boston, which is New Kids on the Block.
Yeah. And
Hey, remember that? Scott, remember that?
Remember what?
New Kids on the Block. They're in Boston.
yeah.
Yeah, and they beat another Boston team called the Patriots. Or I mean, not New Kids.
That's New York.
Well, I'll talk about New York. I was seeing New York. The Giants. Yes.
They beat the Patriots, yes.
And I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. But yes.
Because we all know one thing about the Patriots. Cheaters.
Although I will say 80 for Brady movie was good. Uh-oh. What did you do? What did you do, Scott?
I don't know.
What'd you do? Oh, Lord. We're all like chalking. Hey, how's everybody in chat? Who's ready for some New Kids on the Block fun? Who's ready?
Me?
And what is your what one item did you have as a kid or a teenager that was New Kids on the Block?
I had the dolls.
Should we play this on here? Oh. Am I in this? I'm not in this yet, R2.
Keep watching.
I hope I'm fangirling. Oh, that one makes sense. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have to show this. Can we show this? R2, how can we show this?
I can upload it.
This would be yes. Let's upload this. R2, this must be seen by the world. I think everybody from Tina to Ro, everybody will love this. Thank you, R2. I love it. Aww.
Okay, so we'll see how well this messes up the computer.
Oh, I love it. And it's New Kids on the Block related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
R2, you've got the right stuff, man.
No.
Oh, R2 says share the screen from the DM. I don't know what that means.
Well, yeah, I gotta actually get on Twitter on the computer. I'm not usually only do it from my phone.
Should Kim and I do some quick housekeeping while you do that?
Sure. You know, she can't see the screen because
I've got it memorized.
Right.
I got this stuff memorized. So, Kim, what network are we part of?
Part of the Red 5 network, where you can go to Red 5
Red 5 network bio link and look us up.
Yes.
Because we're on
Along-
social media.
Yes, as well as a lot of other podcasts in that network too. There's something for everybody.
Truth, there's over 37 of us.
Yes, there is.
We're also on Facebook,
Look.
Instagram, Twitter, and we even
Yeah.
have a Discord. And when we can get to it, we're also going to talk to you guys very shortly about our Patreon, because we have some really
Yes.
awesome patrons to thank here in just a few minutes, because you guys
Yes.
are fabulous.
Yes.
Awesome. But we really want to show this fun video with all of you, so we're taking this moment because R2 is awesome. And it's
Yes.
so much fun. I'm so excited because that was hilarious. I was like, oh, what's he sending to us? And then
All right.
um
It didn't work. All right.
It didn't work, huh?
Well, it's mainly because it's I gotta get it out of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me try it this way real quick.
All right. Well, yeah.
I just may not be able to see the screen.
Yeah.
So let's go.
and he
percent.
says keep the volume low and talk. Yes, we will talk.
Yeah. We will.
Keep the volume
I know how to
down.
talk.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's what I was
you
worried
might
about, like-
remember that. I'm kind of a talker.
Yeah.
And hey, the Cubbies were included in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 'cause,
Yes, they were.
love letter to Chicago. Which, if
Yeah.
those who are just joining us, if you missed the beginning, I was on After the Weekend last night.
Yes.
It was fun. It was a good time. And R2 is awesome. He's the
Yes.
he's one of the main hosts, as well as JT.
Yep.
So yeah. Okay, so I had Jordan McKnight.
Well, actually, I can
as-
make it work. I can actually do it where we don't even share the tab audio. With my I just don't want to get
Okay.
Are we ready?
maybe.
All right.
Uh,
So we'll see.
There's that much. Okay, so
Okay.
everybody's gonna see my tweets and stuff, bro. Just so you know, because this doesn't work right. It's not doing the way I want it to do, but whatever.
Okay.
Here we go.
I gotta get into
Enjoy.
here,
Yes.
and then we'll screen this. Did it go?
Oh my gosh. I love it. There's Ro. I love it.
Give it a minute.
Well, no, I know. Here
Yeah.
we go. All right.
It's
3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at that, Josh. Oh man.
Yeah.
And of course, he's dancing.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
Shanti's got to be in there. There
That's
she
funny.
is. Oh,
Yes.
they made eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
there's
go,
me and
Tina.
Tina. Whoop, whoop.
Don,
Don done a snooch.
Yeah.
Cam.
There's
Yeah.
Cam Ray. Whoop, whoop. And Tina and me. Whoop, whoop. I think R2, we might have to add in Kim. I mean, she's a huge fangirl.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
Whoops.
But that is amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
awesome,
you.
R2.
Yes. Very awesome.
I do. I love it.
Round button.
Please, get the. Oh, wrong button. Scott, did you hear that? Wrong button.
Yeah.
Please, please, please get your shit together.
Yep. But yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yes. So thank
That
you,
is.
R2.
And
So
the
we-
good thing is, the cool thing is that he actually did to one of my favorite songs. So that's good.
Yes.
Because that's, I mean,
Oh,
really.
we gotta get R2 a picture of you, Kim.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, so should we thank some Patreons
Yes, let's.
so we can get continue to get rolling on our music?
Thank you to our Patreons, Luna Girl, Dragon Buddy, Don Snooch Silsky, Nicholas Schaefer, Steve Long, Hannah, Mikey, Bryn Lee, and Case. Thank
And
you so
anybody
much.
else that joins the fun.
Yeah. Join our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/usedabusedpod.
Exactly.
And then don't forget to smash the like button. And if you are new to the channel, click the subscribe and then click the bell to be notified when we go live.
Yeah, ring our bell.
I don't even remember all these.
Ring my bell.
Search for used and abused pod today on all your favorite podcast
My
apps.
mind just went completely fucking south.
Yeah,
Excuse
my
my language.
You
people.
mean your mind didn't go south earlier when I was showing off underwear?
Nah, my mind don't go south when I see dudes underwear. Dudes wearing their underwear.
Oh, I was thinking about the other. Never mind. Never mind.
Anyway, we're found on all of the podcasting apps, including Apple, Google, Audible, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.
Get your motor running.
Head
Getting
out
ready
on
to
the
head
highway.
out on the highway.
I don't even what the fuck for.
I don't either.
I just cussed again.
Yeah,
I'm trying to hold back off of it, and I'm not doing very good tonight.
I know. You can find us, as mentioned before, on Facebook, the Gram, and Twitter. You can also email us at usedandabusedpod@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail.
You
at
should try that, people.
Yeah.
Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it.
Yeah. We also have a TeePublic store. So if you go to teepublic.com, all lowercase, yes, all lowercase for our merch store, you can find t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, face masks, onesies, coffee mugs, and more.
And
And-
fuck pillows.
And yeah, but as for, yeah.
Oh my.
Love you, Roscoe. Speaking of which, if you're gonna go buy yourself a pillow, make sure you do it from the Sidebar Cantina. Make sure you get the Jason Rose version.
She gone.
All right, we already did the Red Flag Network, but again, go to bio.link/redflag to find more. Cantina family, obviously Sidebar Cantina every Monday night, YouTube, except for next week. They are going to be live on Tuesday.
Yes.
Well, they go at 5:30 Eastern. They'll be done before we
good.
know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know, Tina.
ATS WSK Pod is back this week.
Yes.
I know it still says every panelist, but they're about ready to head back to every week.
Yes.
But they are back this week. So that is tomorrow night, 7:05 Eastern, with again Don Delcius and Brady McLovin. And of course, the one and the only, the stud of the show, Dragon Buddy.
Yes. And then also there
With Wonder Girl and Don Della Snooch.
thank you, Nicole.
I got you.
And layman's terms, and he's on YouTube, but go check out our boy Keith. He does some funny crap, drunken banter, talking about everything.
Okay, and
And
that's
Sweet Studios. Sweet
Yes.
just posted a video yesterday. He's going to be on a little hiatus because he can get shoulder surgery.
Yep.
But
I
he
hope-
also mentioned he has a lot of videos already in the pipeline, ready to come
Mhm.
out. So definitely check out Sweet Studios.
Also-
Sweet is awesome,
Yeah. Also check out Explicit Noise too.
right? Which is Sweet.
Band.
I think they
band
should
from
do a
Hive.
Pink Floyd cover, but that's just me.
Yeah, there you go. And as a reminder, all links are in the show notes pinned to the top of our Twitter page. Go to bio.link.
/UsedAbusedPod.
Would y'all like me help you out? I can.
Yes, you might have to.
Not just looking here with my playing my hair.
I forgot to remove that, but yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Are you
There
guys
you
ready
go.
to hang tough?
Yes, we are.
I mean, I could hang tough with those boys all day long. With
Oh yeah.
Willow
Oh yeah.
in
Yeah.
particular.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, headache, fever, and a chill, because I'm the nurse who likes to. Sorry, if you're listening to this on Spotify right now, there's a lot of fun stuff happening on YouTube in the chat, and
Yeah.
this is why you should come check us out on
Yes.
Tuesday nights live. Because you never know what's going to happen. And R2 just said something really funny. And I had to do the imitation of the scandalous nurse from Facebook.
And just good night, Kelly. Have a great night.
Chill.
Love you too.
Who likes to bleep? And this would be very true. Get your motor running. Who's ready to hang?
Jim wants Danny's popsicle. I mean, Danny has Donnie's popsicle.
Oh, Donnie's popsicle.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
You know, Wahlburgers is not that far from my house. And you know that technically that is one of his main houses.
It is. It is.
However, he is married, so the high chances are when you see one, you're going to see the other.
See the other.
Like, yeah, I'm going to play good.
Yes, exactly.
If Brandon would show up, maybe I'll get him in the chat now that I'm saying his name. He actually got to meet Donnie Wahlberg because, again, Wahlberg, they all show up at the
yeah.
restaurant. But
Yep.
I think we got Hangin Tough. My wife was a high. I want to ride her all night long. Wow! Woo! All night long. Scott's like,
oh no,
I should let them have a girls' night.
Yeah, Scott probably just say remove and go peace. I'll go back and be in the chat.
You're gonna be like, okay, who do we send this link to?
I mean, because like I said, yeah, there's only like 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like most of their songs.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a bad song. It's just that I got 3 I like, and those are the ones I like. And
yeah, and me.
Don't worry, Kim and I will make up for the rest.
I'm sure you guys will.
Yes.
And just wait till next week when we're talking about the hunka
Uh-huh.
burning love.
Yeah.
All right, New Kids on
2
the Block.
weeks in a row, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, but I can talk about Elvis, so I really can't talk about New Kids. Because for me, with the friends I had, you know, obviously longer hair, supposed to be this heavy metal person, you know, these were the ones where only my best friends got to see, only certain people got to see like my full collection of cassettes. There's only some people that got to see that. Yes, I had Elvis, I had Beatles, I had you know, country and pop and all that stuff. And all my other friends, I would pull the cassettes out to listen to certain stuff, and they never saw what was in my collection. They asked,
So
would never
Scott,
let them see it.
about that collection, are they like used and abused now?
Oh yeah, I mean, most of my cassettes are pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? Get it? Used and abused?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the reason why it was called Used and Abused.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I said it.
But yeah, I mean, that's the.
Yeah.
It was funny when I was trying to come up with a podcast name. I'm like, I don't know what I friggin' call it, and we just started buying records again. And I pulled one out that I had since the 70s. It was destroyed. It was an Elvis Presley one that was obviously released after he passed away. And I looked at Kim and she goes, "What?" I go, "Used and Abused Pod." And she's like, "Oh, I love it." And so if she liked it, I was cool with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I got stuff that's beat up.
Yes.
I think that my New Kids on the Block one was probably beat up pretty good. I mean,
You know, I mean,
exactly what she said, Danny. Exactly.
But yeah, so New Kids on the Block,
Are you guys ready to start really hanging tough now?
Yes.
which is the
I mean, we kind of kept going there, and then
yeah. So for me, I mean, I guess it was kind of how everybody got into them. You know, like what album, whatnot. For me, it was definitely a Hangin Tough album, and I knew nothing of them from their first album. And I think it was actually a Hangin Tough song. I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty cool song. I mean, I think I heard the right stuff before, but it was like, okay. But nowadays, for me, the right stuff, I can't do it. Can't sing. I can't listen to New Kids without even seeing Weird Al's version.
Oh, you know you made it if Weird Al did your music and he did their music.
Well, that's the truth, because that's what Kurt Cobain said when he wanted to do Smells Like Teen Spirit. He's like, we made it. You know, and yeah, so I mean, but yeah, I mean, I can only do every time that we listen to Hangin Tough, it's like, what's in the middle? The white stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So
I can't listen to it without
mhm.
doing Weird Al.
I know.
I like Weird Al.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah. So
Anyways.
for me, it was Hangin Tough. How about you girls?
Me, it was one of my friends I had in Battle Mountain that she was into it and introduced me to their first album. So once she introduced me to the first album, damn it, I was hooked. I was
Bowel
hooked.
Movement, Nevada.
Yep.
Bowel Movement.
Battle Mountain.
Bowel Movement.
So
Hannah's in the chat. Hannah could agree with me.
but
It is
yeah.
a bowel movement.
But yes, that's how I got into one of my friends introduced me to it through their first album. Then after that, it's like, okay, I want this. This.
Where's the bear?
Oh Lord. There you go. Exactly.
She's yeah.
See,
Make
right
this
there. Agreed,
episode
Dad.
even
See,
more special to
Kim.
you.
See, Kim.
Hey.
Hannah agrees. Bowel Movement, Nevada.
Oh, you know.
Get down. I got many friends left from there. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
How about you, Nicole?
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure exactly when I mean, I know I was young. I can remember going to over across the street to my granny's house, borrowing my uncle. So my Uncle Mike, again, he gave me that. He was the one who definitely gave me like the hip hop or the other stuff. Like there are just things that he was also listening to that I know that the influence came from him because he had these VHS tapes that had New Kids on the Block, which of course that's how I fell in love with Jordan McKnight because he just looked so dreamy. And so I borrow those. So I don't know if that came first or if my cassette tape with Hangin Tough came first. I don't know. But he had several VHS tapes and I would go over my Grace, can I borrow so many VHS tapes and bring them back, whatever. And I would borrow, usually there was at least one New Kids on the Block cassette tape included. And I'm pretty sure they were his. Maybe they were my aunt's. But I'm pretty sure they were his because he listened to a lot of things like metal and hip hop and rap and whatever was coming out right there and then. And that included New Kids on the Block. And they were so good. And Jordan McKnight was so dreamy. And he still is. And he's still really hot. All these decades later, he is still hot.
Oh, yeah.
And then Johnny too. Johnny, it's interesting because when I was younger, though, I wasn't really into Joey. And then all of a sudden, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny is what?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jordan for me just was like, as a kid, I was like, I would have married him. Okay, people, yeah, I loved him as a kid. Like,
yes.
Yeah, I would have married him. And I actually did get to see Jordan McKnight with Nick Carter, House of Blues, a couple of years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when it was just they were touring together. It was really awesome, and I loved it.
Nice.
And now let me tell you, to see those two together, because one, we'll get to their mashups and stuff, but just see those two, oh gosh, I'm looking to have a heart attack. Yes, I have. Yes. Now top that.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Don't remember it.
Top that. Like that. Oh man, now it's stuck in my head, R2.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kim and I have.
Yep.
So yes. Now on with the show.
On with the show.
Yeah, on with the show. Great song by Motley Crue.
Wait, what? Did you say Motley Crue? What?
I thought that was later in the year.
Y'all said on with the show. It says a great song by Motley Crue.
Well, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
I know. I'm like, wait, why are we talking about Motley Crue? That's later in the year, and we've got special stuff planned for that. Ah. Ooh, yay! Mrs. R2 loves that movie too. That's awesome. Oh, I knew I liked
Yeah, he says the
her.
first concert was NKOTB, August 26, 1990.
Nice.
Bush Stadium, 12th row center.
Wow.
Sweet. I have seen them a lot in concert. With my bestie, Jennifer, her and I, she's Peace Love Disney. Her and I, we are huge New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys fans. I'm telling you, my childhood and teen years were bookend by boy bands. And if you did not watch, we do have a past archived episode where I was still just a co-host, but having fun with Brady McLovin. Check that out because we review all of the boy bands. But love seeing New Kids on the Block in person, in concert. They are amazing. They are probably one of the better bands I've ever seen. And every time they are with their fans, they're entertaining, they're having a great time. They are using up every space as they can get, which is really awesome. And then seeing them with New Kids on the Block. Oh, I would love for them to do it one more time though, because Kevin was not included at the time because Kevin was taking some time. But that was amazing. And they played off of each other so well. Oh my gosh, so good. Have you guys seen them in concert?
I haven't. No.
That's right. That's right. We talked about this. We have to change this. Kim, we have to change this.
We do.
I think I need to look this up. I think I need to get my bestie in town. I think we need to figure this out.
So the thing is Kim and her sister were actually close to going.
Wait, why were you close to going but didn't go?
Because her sister told me she didn't want to go. At the time I was married to her sister. Right. And it was NKOTB and BSB. They're on tour together and they were coming to Utah, going to Salt Lake, and I was going to buy the tickets. I mean, they're like, well, I know. I think the reason why her sister said no, she asked me if I was going to go. I'm like, no, not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was an awful reason not to go. I think, I always, when I always see the guys there, I kind of go, do they want to be there? Exactly. That's always my question. Because there are guys who really like this music and they want to go and have a good time. Well,
yeah.
And then, but for the most part, every time I've gone, like I am with my girls, like I'm having a fun time. I want to it's a girls' night. And we're letting loose, letting wild. And Kim, we can go big and go home. We can just totally go on a cruise. They do those now.
Yeah, they do.
Scott will be like,
have fun with that cruise.
Yeah.
I'll go on it.
Come in on that one.
I'll go on a metal cruise or something. But no, I mean, the main thing was actually it was during the time where she was starting to, her body was really starting to just fight her, and she couldn't sit in places very long. And I think that's the reason why she said no. It really sucked too, because I mean, I was willing to get, when I was going to buy the ticket, I was buying 3 tickets because I was going to go. I mean, I was going to let these 2 girls go to Salt Lake by themselves. Oh hell no.
So we went on a cruise with the New Kids on the Block.
Well, you guys can do that.
Okay.
You heard it here, folks. He said. Yep.
She can go do that, and I'll go to a 5-day metal festival.
He'll be calling up DB. Hey, want to go?
Nah, no. If that's the case, I'll just fly to PA.
Dang it, we gotta grab Kelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Little girl's right now going, yeah, no thanks, not me.
Tina will. Danny will.
Yes.
Who wants to go on a cruise? And actually, they're sold out. Last time I checked, they were sold out.
Wow.
Doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
I mean,
damn it.
They can only put so many people on a boat. No,
that's a big boat. No, you don't understand. It's like a couple days. It is a non-stop party.
See, Kim knows 2 things about me. I keep my feet planted on the ground. Okay. I don't want nothing to do with water, and I don't want to be in the goddamn air. If I was meant to fly, I'd have friggin' wings. I mean, if I had to take a cross country, I would take a train to PA.
Yeah, I know you would.
But then again, with all that going on nowadays, I probably wouldn't take a train.
No.
I'd rather hitchhike.
Well.
Can I hitchhike with like one of the New Kids on the Block? Because I think that'd be more fun.
Yeah, same here.
Scott's like, he's contemplating his current decisions in words.
Scott's contemplating whether or not, like, should I just bump off this, get in the chat, be in the chat the rest of the night, let you two just have at it. Because really, this really should have been straight you guys on this show.
That's okay. We're having fun. And ask us some questions. Come on. Ask us some New Kids on the Block questions. Let's go.
Well, let's see. We've already gone over favorite members.
Favorite members?
No.
I'm confused. You just said favorite members. I'm like, we haven't talked about favorite members.
We just mentioned who we like. We didn't talk about
or
favorites.
members. I mean, we talked. I mean, underwear earlier.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite new kid.
Mine's been Donnie all the time.
It's hard because as a kid, I loved Jordan, and then as I grew, I loved Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bug for me for Donnie didn't come until later. And then Joey kind of came out of nowhere. Joey, man, had an awesome, amazing glow up, and he is hot. And also, he was in Wicked, Broadway. He played Fiyero during one of the runs. And oh my gosh, he's in my Grimrick. I wonder if I have my Grimrick. No, my Grimrick's in the next one.
And
Isaac, he is.
Isaac just
wow. He is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Isaac, just so you know, they are old now. They shouldn't be called New Kids on the Block.
Hey, that's the name.
They are hot, and that's all. They, you know that they work hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, oh my gosh, I'm like, dude.
They're about
work
to
out with me because I need some help, and you look like y'all know what you're doing.
Exactly.
They're about to.
I'll work out with them anytime.
They're about the point where they call themselves old geezers on the block.
Out.
So, but yeah, I'm with you. Hey, they could be my gym partner any day.
Woo!
I mean, they'll be changing the lyrics.
We'll be hanging tough
girl
with them.
to please don't go grandma.
Oh, Scott, you don't understand how many grandmas love them and how many
I know.
mamas and their daughters, like, and generations. Like, there's the one teen girls that I don't know if you've seen the TikTok that goes around where the two girls open up the door and the one falls. They see who the celebrity is and they fall, and then they see what they look like now and they fall back again. And I'm like, that's how it is with New Kids on the Block, because boy, are they hot still. Like, they're awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, who wants to give the history of these guys?
I just
give me a moment because I have got to put my charge on my laptop.
Okay.
So I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay.
You're live. You're used and abused.
I don't know that very much history. I just know that they were.
I do. They're from Boston. Actually, they're not from Boston. They're actually from Dorchester, Massachusetts. I think I've just messed that up, how I said that. Where it? So I need Kelly right now because she would tell me how. Dorchester, Massachusetts.
And I know that. Go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to say that it began in 1984.
Yes. And I believe they were all friends.
They were. Well, because you have Jonathan and Jordan, who are brothers. And then Joey, Donnie, and Danny Wood. And they were all friends.
She said wood.
Hey, some people like his wood.
That's right. And I do know the youngest of them all is Joey.
Yes, Joey is the baby.
Yep.
In the early 1980s, of course, New Edition, I guess, is the one who discovered them.
Yep.
And 15-year-old Donnie Wahlberg and Press Star, and his rapping skills, because Donnie Wahlberg can rap just like his brother Marky Mark. So school friends. Actually, and there was also one other member that I don't know much about. His name is Jamie Kelly, but obviously he didn't last, just like Marky Mark. But Marky Mark had his own light to shine in other places.
Yeah.
So,
yep. And Yeah, and I oh gee, I just lost my train of thought. Kaboom.
And then
But-
they did do go looking for a recruit for who was going to replace Jamie Kelly, who ended up being, of course, Joey McIntyre. But Joey, though, I think was, we don't even think about Jamie. I don't even know who Jamie is. I don't even know what he looks like. I only know Joey because Joey is amazing and is please don't go, girl.
Exactly.
I mean, his voice is so wonderful and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. He's got the right stuff.
He does.
Yeah. Okay, I need to plug this in now. Plug it in, plug it in.
Oh, you got some more information on him?
Well, no, I mean, April 9th is saying April 1986, Columbia Records released the group's self-titled debut album. However, originally the group was called Nanook,
Yeah.
spelled Nynuk.
Nynuk.
They
Yeah.
changed.
Nikki Van Noy, author of the group's official biography, wrote in 2012 that the name Nanook is meaningless.
Yeah, they changed
Although
the name.
a 1989 article by Rolling Stone suggested a possible connection to Nanook of the North. Columbia demanded Star change the name of the group. Subsequently, they settled on New Kids on the Block after a rap song that Donnie Wahlberg had written and arranged for their first album. The group was signed to Columbia's Black music division and originally marketed to Black audiences.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so their debut album was almost exclusively written and produced by Marie Starr, featured mid 1980s bubblegum pop material. I will attest to that. Yes, I listened to it for the very first time. Wait, yep, this is definitely 1980s bubblegum pop.
Yeah. And just a little piece of information.
Yes.
Maurice Starr actually stuck with them through their albums and actually helped them on each and every one of their albums that they made. So Maurice Starr was actually
Have a good night, Tina.
Have a good night, Tina. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Feel free to double check back in because you never know how this night might go.
Yes.
Exactly.
But yes, Maurice Starr was the one that actually helped them write the songs, arrange them, and stuck with them for a very long time.
Well, and I think though, as they grew, of course, Donnie became like an executive producer.
He did.
That's when things kind of started changing within the group, and the dynamics changed.
Yep.
So the first,
Yeah, we're blockheads and we're crazy.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
right.
We're good crazy. Let me be honest. Or be clear.
The first single off the first album, "Be My Girl," received minor airplay around the group's native Boston, but failed to capture national attention. The album's second single, "Stop It Girl," fared even worse. The New Kids went on tour around the New England states, singing whenever Starr could book them, or wherever Starr could book them, in bars, school dances, and clubs. Nevertheless, Starr remained diligent and persuaded the label to allow the group to record a second album.
And I think what is different between this album and the next album is the fact that the next album had their voices on there, meaning they were actually associate producers. This is before Donnie officially became an executive, but they had their voices heard. This is what I want. This is how we want it. And I think that changes things because when you're connecting to a song, when you're connecting to your music, it makes a difference. And when you can say, no, this is what we want. And they had it. Well, that I think is what changed it. And I think you could see that that's when they began to shine.
And I think, honestly, I mean, you can even, and we can attest this even to even country music, because you go listen to even Garth Brooks, or, a lot of these guys came out in the 90s, or even the ones that came out in the 80s. You listen to their first album compared to stuff that, their second, and third, and fourth. Yeah. And you could tell they were said, oh, you have to do this on your first record.
Yeah.
And then when they got to finally kind of cut loose and be themselves and do their own thing on their second record, that's usually when they have those massive hits. Only when I will, because even for me, I thought for the longest time Tim McGraw's first album was Not a Moment Too Soon.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I
No.
own his first album, and you listen to that, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
But that's because it's one of those things where I think record companies are like, no, this is how you're going to sound. This is what we want from you, and this is what you're going to do. Where a hard rock band, or metal band, they're like, give them the finger.
Yeah.
We're going to do it our way or no way.
Yeah.
So our way or the highway.
I'd like to also make a special note. They were also on Soul Train.
Yeah.
Another
Yes,
thing we were just talking about was it 2 weeks ago? We were
yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
that somebody else, Elton John, had been on Soul Train.
Yeah.
And New Kids on the Block also got that honor to be on Soul Train.
So 1988, 89, obviously, when we're talking about Hangin' Tough.
Yes.
Hangin' Tough.
Hangin' Tough.
My favorite song. After the failure of the first album, Starr had the group back in the studio for most of 1987 and 1988, recording their second album. Dissatisfied with the exclusive bubblegum sound of their first album, the group wanted to have more input on their look, direction, and song material. As Nicole mentioned earlier, as a result, Wilbur Wood and Jordan Knight received associate producer credit on the final product. The album Hangin' Tough was released to modest fanfare in September. The album's first single was Please Don't Go Girl, a ballad released in the spring of 88. Failure seemed destined a second time when the song became another that went unnoticed by the listening public, and Columbia Records made plans to drop New Kids from the label.
They did.
That would have been dumb.
At the 11th hour, however, a pop radio station in Florida began playing the song, scoring listeners' approval, and it soon became the most requested song on their playlist. When Columbia caught wind of the positive responses, they decided to keep the group on its roster and put more effort into promoting the single. Columbia decided to reshoot a music video for Please Don't Go Girl, hiring director Doug Nickel, and sent the video to thousands of radio stations across the country to show the group's visual appeal. National attention soon followed, and Please Don't Go Girl eventually climbed to number 10 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart, becoming the group's first hit.
Yep.
In the meantime, the group began making national television appearances as such on programs as Showtime at the Apollo and the aforementioned Soul Train. Producer Maurice Starr then had auditions to secure a band of musicians suitable for touring with the New Kids, approving musical director and keyboardist Greg McPherson, bassist David Dyson, keyboardist Yasko Kubota. I apologize for butchering the name. Guitarist Naridia Rojas and drummer Derek Antunes. The New Kids landed a spot as an opening act for fellow teen pop act Tiffany on the U.S. leg of her concert tour.
And they outlasted Tiffany.
Well, I mean, Tiffany was a fly-by-night. I mean, her first album is the one that it had, two good hits off of it. I mean, two good hits off it, and both of them were remakes, and she went by the wayside. I mean, Tiffany, again, when I think about the teen pop girls at the time, it was Tiffany versus Debbie Gibson, and Debbie kicked her rear.
Yeah.
But I think also because Debbie had better music handed to her, So, I mean, it really just depends on who your management team is and who's handling everything back behind you.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Because, I mean, if it wasn't from Maurice Starr, Columbia would drop them. They'd drop New Kids.
Yeah, they would have.
And we may not even be talking about them today.
Yeah.
So, and then again, if they fail, what does that do in the future?
Yeah.
Does that hurt the likes of maybe the NSYNCs and the Backstreet Boys who came out in the 2000s?
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, though, the early 90s, and I have seen this upcoming band also with them. That is, Boys to Men, which did a tour with New Kids on the Block as well as Backstreet Boys. And they were also out there, so it wasn't just like they were the only boy bands, but I think they were definitely leading the charge in regards to the the ending of the 80s into the 90s, because that end of the 90s into the early 2000s, then all of a sudden you had 98 Degrees, you had Backstreet Boys,
Right, and I totally
you had
forgot All for
NSYNC,
One.
and we
in the
know that
90s.
NSYNC and New Kids on the Block are also friends, because we will, if you watch some of the newer videos of New Kids on the Block, you will see Lance Bass in here, or you'll see other people. You can see that there is at least some good camaraderie also. So, which is also
Right,
nice.
and then besides, like you said, Boys to Men, I also totally forgot about All for One.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
huge in the 90s. They were huge in the 90s. So I mean,
Yeah.
well, for a little bit, but they weren't like, they didn't stay the way that New Kids did.
well, no, but
Or
nobody
come
really.
back the way they did.
The only other ones that really stayed the way New Kids did was pretty much
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I mean, because even NSYNC eventually, Justin had enough and wanted out and wanted to do his own thing.
Right. Which he's been successful.
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was better as NSYNC, but I don't really care for Justin by himself. That's just me.
But back to the New Kids on the Block, which y'all came here for.
Yeah.
But so sales of Hangin Tough steadily increased as the group's national attention slowly rose. At year's end, the album's second single, "You Got It, the Right Stuff," was released. The song was given a huge boost when MTV took notice of the group and began playing the video in regular rotation and including an appearance on Club MTV. Wow, remember those days?
Back when MTV was MTV.
Yeah, back when it was actually music television.
Yeah.
But early 89, it cracked the top 5. The New Kids hit paid her with their next single, "I'll Be Loving You Forever," which reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart in June. The group had been scheduled to open for Tiffany once again on the second tour, but
You should be opening up for them.
But their sudden popularity caused a reversal, and she would wound up opening for them, although the two acts were technically billed as a co-headliners.
Yeah.
More top 5 singles from Hangin Tough followed into the summer and fall, including the title track and Cover Girl. Columbia Records also released single Don't I Blow Your Mind This Time,
Didn't I?
a cover of the Delphonics classic hit from the group's previously overlooked debut album. The song went number 8 on Billboard Hot 100 singles. On the strength of the group's popularity, and effectively jump-started the sales of that album as well. By the end of 89, Hangin Tough had claimed the number 1 spot on the Billboard 200 albums chart and had gone 8 times platinum.
Yeah.
Which is 8 million copies sold, just so everybody knows.
That's interesting what Danny said, that Debbie Gibson wrote her own stuff. She was the youngest award-winning singer-songwriter at the time until Leanne, and then at the bottom until Leanne Rhymes. Yep.
I mean, for one, for me, I like both Tiffany and Debbie, but when it came down to it, I dug Debbie's music better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, actually, when Tiffany came out with the second album, I didn't need the second glance. I didn't even buy it. Like, yeah, whatever. It wasn't. Yeah, but Debbie, I'm buying all her albums.
Oh yeah.
Again, but it's one of those ones where, okay, it's here, and only select friends knew I had it.
Exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, so
you're talking about 8 times platinum.
Yeah, and they subsequently became the first teen act to garner 5 top 10 hits from a single album. Meanwhile, a top 10 charting holiday album,
yes,
Merry Merry Christmas, was released in the fall, spawning another hit. This one's for the children.
Yes, I love that song. That's my favorite one on that album.
And going double platinum in the U.S. The proceeds were donated to United Cerebral Palsy, the New Kids' favorite charitable cause. Hangin Tough would go on to spend 132 weeks on the chart, and in January 1990, the album won 2 American Music Awards for Best Pop Rock Album and Best Pop Rock Group with the success of Didn't I Blow Your Mind, Cover Girl, and this one's for children. The group pulled off a rare feat of having 3 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time, but each from a different album.
Yeah. And in fact, just a little side note, Hangin' Tough, I think it has already approached their 30th anniversary, I think.
Why you gotta remind us, Kim?
I know. So
Thanks, Kim.
You're well. The reason why is they were re-promoting the anniversary edition of it, and so we caught an interview.
It's still looking hot.
Oh heck yeah! Woohoo! Yeah.
Scott's
Okay.
like,
No,
look at
Scott's reading down on this. Scott's reading down on this, and it's really making me wonder something because it's really ironic in a way.
Okay, go ahead.
And Kim will understand this when I get to it. It's not yet, but Columbia Music Video also released a home video, Hangin' Tough, a documentary on the band directed by Doug Nickel.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. When I would go borrow my uncle's VHSs, he had several.
Yeah.
And they had a really, okay, can we really quick sidestep? Okay, because they had a massive fan club and their moms ran their fan club.
Yeah.
And they responded with a lot of really good stuff. Like, I'm like, I don't know why I did not figure out when I was young. I should have been like, how can I write to the New Kids on the Block? Because there would have been a good chance I would have gotten actually a response. Back when you would actually get to send into your fan clubs and not just like a tweet, but like actually get mail.
Right.
You got to keep it. You know, like I was watching some videos to prepare for today, and like Donnie's mom, who's no longer with us, she had said, somebody had asked, well, why does he always have all those sneakers? Why does he always have so many good new sneakers? And she would say, well, and she had a really good humble answer, is that, you know, of course, that he grew up in a really, they were middle class poor family and really tough times with a lot of kids, and you know, that was the one thing he could have for himself later on, but then he would also give them away, or he would buy for his brothers and things. So it wasn't just like, okay, I got to have these sneakers and I get everything and everything. No, they know. Shoot, if you go to Wahlburgers, you know, because they call it the cheese welfare cheese. Okay. Anyways, but I think that was so cool, but I totally missed that. I don't know why I didn't ask my parents, how do I write to the New Kids on the Block? Because can I just marry Jordan McKnight? I'm sure that's what I would have said, and I would have had no, because you know, he was like a teenager, early 20s, and I was like young.
Yeah.
I know y'all. Okay. So but I would have loved. I should have done that. That would have been cool. But that's so cool that their moms came together and did that. Awesome.
So
sorry, Scott. I had to
you're fine.
inject some really cool fun facts.
Exactly.
Which I would also like to say, they still do fanfare. I mean, they really do. They love their fans. Any concert I've ever been to, they are just so good with the fans. They are out there. They're talking. They're listening. They're dancing. They're having a good time, and they seem very humble about it too. Like it's interesting because they've kept very fit air of arrogance. I don't get that. When I see them, anytime I've ever seen them, they've always been kind, and there's just something about them that gives that you can tell that they're still humble in a sense, that they're like, I don't know, always good. So.
Yeah, so the Hangin' Tough music video, home video, had 4 hit music videos and a live concert recording during their 1989 tour. It achieved massive sales, earning a Grammy Award for Best Long-Form Music Video nomination, and was one of the highest selling music videos of all time. This is what I'm getting to, Kim.
Okay.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts declared April 24th, 1989 New Kids on the Block Day.
Yes.
Kim and I will be celebrating.
Yes.
Now you understand why I said that's ironic.
Yeah. I understand, but you may
Would
want
like
to.
to explain so the rest of us will know why
Yeah.
it's ironic?
Well, because 10 years later, literally 10 years to the exact date, April 24th, 1999,
You and yeah.
I married your sister.
Yep, that's why I said it's ironic. That's the reason why I remember.
And that was the date. I mean, literally, we both looked. I mean, we looked at each other's eyes. We both came up April 24th. I had no idea it was part of New Kids on the Block. I always said, "Oh hell no!"
But yeah, that's why.
Kim's like, yeah, I'll remember this day. New Kids
Yeah.
on the Block.
But yeah, no, it was a day that me and her sister got married 10 years later. So it's kind of ironic.
It is.
But
I knew where you were going with it when you said April 24th. I knew where you were going.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Hangin Tough. I mean, again, I know we listened to it just the other day, and yeah, there was a few times where I caught myself like, "Oh, quit singing the songs. You're not supposed to know." But again, I mean, I got busted all for one knowing all their songs too. So
Yes, you did, and it was not by me. It was by All for One.
it was by a member of All
For One.
Said, hey, I saw you sing all the songs. No, it wasn't me, dude.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Sure.
me.
Wasn't me. But,
Wasn't me.
but
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
yeah. But yeah.
Yep. Are we through with the history?
No,
Oh.
I'm gonna hand it to you because but before I hand it to you, I gotta kill the camera for a minute.
Okay.
Kill the camera. Why are you killing the camera, man?
All right, they
You
can
don't
still
do
hear
that.
Okay.
Hello, use and
Hang on,
abuse.
I'm
How
off
are you guys
out of the
tonight?
back.
Huh?
Once I'm off out of the back, you turn the camera back on.
Oh, are you not? Oh.
Oh, so it's just Kim and I. Hey, it's gonna be just Kim and I. Well, while y'all are hanging tough, I would like to know in the chat what is one of your favorite New Kids on the Block songs? What is your favorite or favorites? And who is your favorite member? We didn't even ask the audience. Who's your
No,
favorite
we
member?
didn't. So yeah.
I mean, I admit though, it's hard for me to even pick one. I mean,
Yeah. When it comes to NKOTB, it's like every member for me too.
mhm. Oh yes, I know. Jordan McKnight, Donnie Wahlberg, Joni, and Donnie Wood, and yeah. And of course, Donnie is also the one who can also rap. Oh, he can.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
actually
yeah.
a really good rapper. I think that's probably the one thing when I was older, when I went to go see them in concert, that would surprise me because I was like, I knew it, but like when you see it, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
okay, this is he can rap. Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And what I would do to be at one of those concerts and the marquee says when marks show up. I've heard that that's happened before.
Uh-huh.
Are you coming back, Kim?
Oh, yeah.
I don't see you.
Let me see if I can get this going. I'm like, okay.
This is practice for girls' night.
It sure is.
And we've got several coming up in the coming year for my friends. So you better hang in there and hang tough because you never know when this girls' night's going to be popping up.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to have guests on future ones.
Yep. I got to figure out how to do this.
Nope. What's the nope? What's the nope, Dad? What's the nope for?
We don't want to remove me.
Yeah, we don't want to remove you. That would be awful.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
Just so everyone knows, and I'll do a quick, more recent history. That in 2007, of course, is when the group came back, and recorded an album and stuff.
I did something wrong. I really did something wrong.
Uh-oh. Welcome to the live show where technical issues really do happen.
Yeah, they do.
And Scott hopefully Scott will quickly get over there.
Come back, because I think I messed something up. I really do.
All right, so real quick, while Scott hopefully will jump on and help Kim. Again, they reunited and did, of course, a tour, and they also been, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, there we go. I really did something wrong.
They also did a tour with, of course, New Kids on the Block, which we called NKOTBSB. That was an amazing tour. I went to see it. It was wonderful. And they received their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2014. So that's some more recent stuff, but they've got more coming. Okay. This is 2023. They're still at it. There's BlockCon that's happening right here in Rosemont at the end of May. Kim.
I know.
Kim.
I know. I gotta figure out how to get up there.
Hey, Mrs. R2, do you need a weekend away?
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a girls' weekend.
Exactly.
From BlockCon, we've got used and abused.
Exactly. Oh boy.
Oh, it would be our oh boy, wouldn't it, Kim?
Yeah, it would. It would.
All right. So now that we're kind of more caught up with the most recent history, because they are still going good. They're still doing cruises.
Yes.
They're doing a lot of fun stuff. Well, they may not, they've had some awards underneath their belts. You know, I think for them, again, they're all around really good entertainers. Should we start talking about their songs?
Sure.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go real quick to their first one.
Okay.
See, but their first one had "Be My Girl, Stop It Girl." Didn't, yeah, no. Okay, let's be honest. Their first real R2 with that sound in the background, I don't think so. I can hear the shake.
Yeah.
I think with their first album, it really didn't showcase them. Hangin Tough definitely showcased them, you know, because we have their big singles from that was Please Don't Go Girl, You've Got the Right Stuff, I'll Be Loving You Forever, Hangin Tough, and Cover Girl.
Yeah.
And it's hard just to pick a favorite just out of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
So good.
You need me to cut the camera? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me cut the camera here. We'll be back.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, maybe he can fix my mistake.
Uh-oh. All right, so I'll just real quick cover Hangin Tough again. Please Don't Go Girl, of course, showed the amazing
I lost the chat.
vocals.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
You lost the chat?
I lost the chat. Look.
I can hear you,
Lord
and the
Almighty.
chat can hear you.
What have you done?
See, I told you. I lost
And
the chat.
I can see the chat.
I know. I lost it on our computer. That's why I said, oh, I did something wrong.
Oh,
All right.
I'm
I'm going to go back over some dates real quick, Kim. There's, again, Please Don't Go Girl, again, released on April 16th, 1988. Again, really showcased Joey McIntyre's beautiful range in his vocals and stuff. You've Got the Right Stuff, came out November 7th. I'll Be Loving You Forever, April 10th. Hangin Tough, July 3rd. Couldn't be July 9th, of course.
No.
Oh, look, he's back.
No,
And Cover Girl, August
so-
22nd. And again, those are just a few off of that album. There's other really good songs, you know, from that album. But those singles all did very well. And when I go to a concert, those songs are definitely always a hit.
Yes. Yes. And just a little sidebar on, if you want to put the comment up, just a little sidebar on that. Yes. Donnie did marry Jenny, and he
Trust me, we all have the same thoughts when we know.
Yeah.
Okay. We know.
Yes, exactly. He showed me something. They have this show called The Masked Singer, and Jenny
I know.
Jenny was one of them. And he
Yes.
showed me, he says, I want you to guess if you can find out who this new kid is before I tell you. So out comes this character, which I didn't know. I can't remember the character. And he started singing. And I turned to Sky and says, that's Donnie. I knew who it was. And he says, yeah, you're right.
I know who
So,
you're talking about.
real
Yes,
quick.
I like to watch The Masked Singer.
To
And
go back to
Jenny
what
is, of course, one of the main hosts.
Yep.
Out of those singles, I'm just curious as to what out of these singles, which one was your favorite? Like, there's, again, Please Don't Go Girl, You Got the Right Stuff, I'll Be Loving You Forever, Hangin Tough, Cover Girl.
I'll be loving you forever.
You know, it's always a toss-up because I'll Be Loving You is really good, but Please Don't Go Girl with Joey McIntyre. Those vocals, like you ruined my whole world. Tell me to stay. Yeah, I know. You're my best friend, and I want you to know I'll always be here for you. See, they'll be always here for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Through every other breakup, they'll still be there for us.
Exactly. Okay, you were going to address what R2 said.
Yeah, R2's like, this God, I have boredom. No. Well,
This is not boredom, R2. Thank you.
So anybody remembers from last week watching the show with me and DB? Everybody remembers at one point towards the end of the show, I had to friggin' drop the camera, get off screen, because Kim gives me these friggin' big friggin' bottles of water.
I don't want him to get dehydrated.
Well, I mean, yes.
He's only thinking about your health.
I mean, yes, it was 79 degrees today.
Oh, shush. Get out of here. I'm like in 40s. Get out.
40, that was December.
For us, yeah.
But so yeah, unfortunately when I drink water, yeah, it's about like drinking beer.
Oh.
It goes right through you.
Mrs. R2, those are her favorites too. Yeah.
I think Mrs. R2 and Kim need to make a trip
at the end of May.
So real quick, I know I mentioned this earlier. Just giving everybody my favorite songs, the ones I really like. Hangin Tough, obviously, is one. I do like Step by Step. I did like the original version, Games. However, the remix version on the remix album, that's the one I like better of Games. And there you go. There's my songs.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Not saying the rest of them suck. It just those are my favorites. When I jump, when I want to play New Kids, if I want to play some New Kids, that's what Kim gets to hear.
No, that's fine. My ears itch, so I'll be back under the cans in a minute.
Well, you fucking.
Should I wait to talk about Step by Step until you get back?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Okay, so you're staying. You're just
repositioning the headphones.
So June 1990, of course, they're technically, to me, it's their second album. Technically, it's their third. I just lost my track. Step by Step came out. That was their next album, and of course, they usually end their concerts with the song Tonight. And Tonight, also, I know, is released on July 26th, and that is also on the Step by Step.
Yes.
And Tonight, it's so when they do Tonight, I mean, it's like, oh, I don't want them to wind down. Like, I want to continue the fun. I want to continue to party, but that's usually how they end it, and it's just so good. I like it.
You know what really sucks with concerts, and it's really not the bands or the artists themselves, it's the venues. All the venues have these curfews that they have to go by, and it's the reason why these bands aren't allowed to do 4 or 5 hour shows.
Sidebar, okay? Well, no wonder they do concerts now on a cruise. They don't want to stop the party. But sidebar, okay, one of the worst ones I've seen that was like that was actually not with New Kids on the Block, it was Backstreet Boys. Literally, it was on an island off of Chicago, and I'm not gonna lie, it was awful because there was no time for encores, no time for anything. It was so strict. But New Kids on the Block, though, like every time I've seen them, they've always put on a good concert. Mixtape, they did amazing. The one before it that I went to go see, it had before that one with Boys to Men and Paul Abdul and stuff. And it was interesting because Boys to Men. So if you come to Rosemont, there's so you have a stage. So there's a stage, then there's a stage in the middle, and then there's another stage. Okay. And so Boys to Men uses this stage. That's it. They barely came out. And New Kids on the Block came out, and they used everything. And I'm like, that is a huge difference. I don't know if they planned it that way. I will say with the mixtape tour recently that when they came out, even Salt and Peppa came all the way out and sang with them. Rick Astley came all the way out. You know, they all came out and they went all to the other stages, not just to that one. So I always thought that was always interesting.
Yeah.
They are, I'm telling you, New Kids on the Block are entertainers. They are really good at their job.
I'm wondering, like with Boys to Men, if they, with their choreography for all their songs and stuff, they just have the,
I don't know,
where they could really just move around, or they just need to be on that one stage for them.
I don't know, but maybe I wonder if it was a more intimate concert, more intimate setting, if that's probably where they shine, because then you're getting that full effect of the boy, you know, Boys to Men. You know what I mean? You're getting that sultriness that they bring to their music. Because I do believe that they have some sultriness to their voices. But in that time when I went to see them with New Kids on the Block, I'm like, I love you.
Yeah.
I need you in a smaller venue because they know how to do all this. They know how to do the big stuff.
Right.
And you're not.
Well, you know, it was like when me and Kim, we went to the Tacos and Tunes thing here, and they had All for One. And I'm telling her, as we're walking over to the show, over to go to it, I'm like, do not expect any type of huge stage productions. Don't expect it to. I'm trying to play this down like this is probably not going to be that good. You know, the PA system ain't going to be the normal PA system they have when they're in a big venue. And boy, when they hit the stage and they started like, never mind what the hell I just said, because damn, they nailed it. I mean, it was loud. It was awesome. And the fact that because they played on the baseball stadium diamond or in the outfield, when we got there, I'm like, Kim's like, okay, well, where are we going to sit? Like back over there? We're like, oh no, you see that spot right here along the fence up against the stage? Yeah, we're headed there. No, we're not. I'm like, yeah, we are. And so one of their people took a photograph over the top of the band, and you can see all for one kneeling down and something right near the front. You can see Kim and me.
Yeah. And
I made sure, you know, because it was like her first major recording artist concert, and I wanted to make sure she got front row and center.
Oh,
that was sweet.
I mean, I'm hoping they'll get her to a New Kids show. I mean, heck, I've seen some of the videos from people, you know, put them up on YouTube, and it's like, wow, they are definitely entertainers, and they know how to give you your money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing for me is like, give me my money's worth.
Yep.
So shall we step by step back to New Kids on the Block?
Sure.
Yep.
Real quick though, with that song, what I love about Step by Step though is it does. Well, every song really showcases most of their voices. This song really does give each of the guys a moment to shine.
Yes.
And I thought it was a good follow-up to, because let's be honest, their second album was their biggest album.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this was their second biggest album. And then I think after that, even the 2008 one did not do as good as these original two.
But I mean, but when
they
you
were
get
entertaining.
like,
If you loved them, you loved them. If you're a fangirl, you are totally still fangirling over
I mean,
Oh, well, yeah.
the 2008 album, the Block. I mean, you know, first of all, let's look how music was at that moment. People weren't going out and buying CDs anymore. They weren't buying albums. They were buying them off of iTunes. You know, and then we started slowly getting into the streaming. So, you know, just like mentioning, you know, yesterday, I mean, you know, sidebar again, you know, Dave and Jason mentioned yesterday that Dark Side of the Moon is one of the 4th best-selling albums. And then I think number 1 is still Thriller. And those will never be broken. It will never be broken.
Although Taylor Swift's coming very darn close. I mean, she's selling vinyls. Vinyl.
Right, but she's not selling the same amount of copies that those ones did.
Well, you got to remember, though, she's doing it in a shorter amount of time in comparison.
Well, right, but she's also doing it at a point in time where physical copies are just, you know, they may produce 5,000 copies of a record or 10,000 copies.
Totally off track. I'm so sorry.
No. But I mean, the thing is today's artists will never get the sell appeal like the artists that we grew up with.
No,
Not 100%, but I think I think she's doing it differently, but she's doing it. In her
Yeah,
own
but
way.
I know like her last album. I mean, and I know we're supposed to be talking about new kids, but I know like her last album, she ticked off a lot of her fans. The Midnight's one, because they had one special release at midnight, and at 3 a.m. came out this deluxe version. And it's like people were mad that they didn't even know this was coming, because they would just wait until 3 a.m. to get the deluxe, and then they had to go back and purchase, another digital copy off of iTunes or where they were buying, what they were buying. And then the digital, I know like the deluxe one has not been released on record. It's just the one Midnight's one. So, but again, if you start making your fan base mad, that's not good either. But I mean, obviously she's selling tickets. My niece got to go see her live. She got tickets to her in Phoenix. She was ecstatic. I didn't ask how much she paid for her ticket, because I'm sure she paid more than what it was worth. I mean, just because of the scalpers and stuff. But yeah, anyways, step by
let's
step.
go back to New Kids. For those who don't know, Use and Abuse also has moments where we like to sidetrack and go off derailed, as well as enjoy rabbit holes. Rabbit paths. I mean, what? Huh?
Yeah, we go down a lot of rabbit holes here.
Sidebars.
Sidebars, station breaks, whatever you want to call them.
So, and their later albums are okay. There's nothing that really like stands out. So that second and third album really had their biggest hits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with most older groups, their early stuff, and that's usually what people want to hear. Is when they go to a show, they don't want to hear nothing new. They want to hear the original hits. They won't want to hear newer stuff, which for me, I'm like, give me new music.
Right. Well, and they have like Summertime, and I like that song. There's other songs I do like from their newer albums. And again, I've seen Jordan McKnight by himself, and he's wonderful. He's really got a really good range and a beautiful voice. He's obviously taking care of it, because it's really lovely to still hear. So,
well, that's the main thing too, is, it is an instrument.
Yeah, it is.
People, I know people like to give singers a hard time. Oh, they don't play instruments or whatnot. It's like, their instrument is their voice, people.
Yeah.
And if you don't take care of that instrument, it will go to crap.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, all I have to do is say, look at Vince Neil and Joe Elliott.
There you go.
Yeah.
But then again, in my opinion, Joe Elliott was never that great in the 80s anyways.
Yeah.
At least live.
So, should we talk about some of our favorite songs off of these albums?
Yep, I gave mine.
We mentioned, from the singles that we were talking about earlier from Hangin Tough.
Yeah.
Actually, off of the Step by Step album, one of my all-time favorites is the song Tonight. I love that song.
Oh, that's so good.
I had the video. I had the cassette tape. Kept rewinding it.
Wow. So you abused the Tonight song.
Yes, I did. I did.
So one thing I'll say about Tonight is, when I was listening to it, I'm getting, and again, I'm listening to it now older. Not saying I didn't like it back then. I did like it. Still, I mean, it's a good song. But the thing is I'm getting a vibe from it. I'm like, wow, this has really got a Bee Gees vibe. I know a lot of people like to say it's got more of a Beatles vibe, but I was getting Bee Gees from it.
Yeah.
Just the way the voices were and how they sounded.
What I like, though, about Tonight is that at the beginning, they drop like two songs within two other songs. And that is, Tonight about hanging tough, wink, as long as you've got the right stuff, wink. Holy cow, that's stuff that Queen does. Yeah. I want to ride my bicycle. And then they did the other on their other single, where they mentioned the other songs in their other songs. And I thought that this song was very wise and smart, because they included other songs within their songs. And I like that. Yeah, fan mail from everywhere showed us how you cared, didn't it, girl?
Oh, yes.
I have the fan on, but it's not working. It's time to take it home now, they say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
So, any more favorites off of Step by Step?
Well, besides the title track, yeah, for me, it's also the title track, Step by Step, too, as well.
Yeah. Step by
My
step.
step,
Ooh,
oh,
baby.
baby.
Gonna get
It's
you,
a
girl.
girl.
Again, I love how they show off each of their voices.
Yeah.
Even like, what? Like you can hear him. Like you can have a lot of fun. And you're like, oh, I thought that was him. Now I really know that's him. And he has that deeper, like, register, and it's just like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course, going back though to the other album, Hangin Tough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who else did the dance? You got up and you got your legs going, and I mean, you could really learn how to move with that song.
Yes.
And then, girl, you ruined my whole world. Sorry, I already talked about that one, but I like it. It's really good lyrics.
It is. It is.
I mean, if Joey McIntyre wanted to serenade me with this song, I would not say no.
Me neither.
I would not say no. If you wanted to serenade Kim and I would be okay with that. I really wouldn't mind. I would be like, well, that's probably a safer option. and you know what? And for Mrs. R2 too, because she's still here in this chat, so she gets serenaded too.
Exactly.
She gets serenaded too. There. Then we're okay. See, now we're in a group and we're good.
Exactly.
Scott's like, yeah, like that would stop anything. My favorite Jordan. Oh, yes. I hear Mrs. R2's other favorite, though, is also, his name is Rick, but I might be wrong. Am I right, Mrs. R2? Rick? Your other favorite?
Yeah, about that moment is when the women always go, who?
If you know, you know. You know?
Yeah, I can see it now. Kim would be seeing wow.
Okay. Man, I'm seeing a new part, Diana. I love her.
Dang, R2.
R2, you better start serenading your wife, man.
Exactly.
No, my brother, I got you. I got you because I already know if this one was around any of them, and be like, I come around. Who are you again?
I wouldn't do that.
The hell you wouldn't. Lie to me. That's fine. I do the same thing with Lisa Cordell.
R2, this is what you tell your wife. Please don't go, girl. Because I can't just live without you. Please listen to me. Don't go, girl. Just don't go. That's what you have to say to her. Okay, then you need to learn how to ad lib. Just not ad lib, but
Lip sync.
Lip sync. Or you add your head to the tops of one of those music videos with you serenading her.
Yeah.
Please don't go, girl. See, I worked it out for you, R2. All you have to do is use technology.
That's true.
Girl,
you're my best friend.
I want you to know that I will always love you. Girl.
Great, guys.
I did not tell you what I'm suggesting to you. I'm just suggesting. Just suggestions.
Yeah.
And see? Hey, Techie.
Hey, Techie.
Hi, Techie.
Hey, Techie, can you drop in there what is up with extra Star Wars these days? Because we miss you. I miss you.
No, yeah, I mean, kind of missed the breakdown of the Mandalorian.
Wait, whoa. Oh yes, we do miss the extra Star Wars breaking down Mandalorian after Tuesday nights. Then that would keep us in check to be done before 9.
Yeah, it would.
Right? It would. It definitely would.
Tucky, come back. We miss you.
But I know Techie's also got busy with Last of Us Part 2
Yes.
gaming.
Yes.
On is was it Gaming Everywhere or Anywhere?
Gaming Anywhere, I believe.
Shoot, I got it.
I believe.
Sorry, Techie. Anyways, he's got a crap load of channels.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's always seeing when we do these.
It's like you.
No, but
No, we're not talking. We're talking about New
Wait.
Kids on the Block. We're talking about Mandalorian. Although I
Yeah,
was
we-
on Science Fictionary, so should
Yeah.
have asked that last one. Or of course, not.
yeah, no. I've got really nothing to say about Mandalorian.
Okay. That being said, Kim and I will talk about Grogu and everything else after New Kids on the Block.
I'm just waiting for him to get killed.
No, absolutely not.
Well, then the next thing you know, the next day, that was the end.
You're all too kind.
We do miss you, Tucky.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Completely.
I was like, wait, about us? Why it's on Saturday nights?
Right?
But did you
Anyways.
not see the beginning of the show, R2?
Oh gosh.
I can leave the show off like that if you want. I got no problems with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a favorite songs off Step by Step.
I don't know if it's Step by Step, but I also loved Hanging Tough, and that was from. I'm sorry, You've Got the Right Stuff. That was actually on the other previous album. Again, my favorite 2 albums were the middle 2.
Yeah.
And they had the really good songs from there, and love to dance to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know, it was ironic. I was talking to Kim because I noticed like in '94 they released Face the Music, and she said it wasn't even on her radar.
yeah,
No.
that's when they really began to. I just don't think while they were like producing a little bit, I don't think they had to refine themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, what I wonder is also how at that point how much of Donnie is Donnie into new kids, or how much of him is into helping younger bro.
Yeah.
Helping Marky.
Right, because Mark, right.
You know,
And then at some point, though, we also have where Donnie starts going into acting too.
Right.
And he's
Yes.
a really good actor. I love him on Blue Bloods.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you were talking earlier about how they really are really great with their fans and stuff, and bringing up Donnie, during the Wahlburgers TV show. And there was a
Yes.
few times where they would catch him on set, and he'd go out to the food truck, and there would be fans right there, and he would talk to him while on break and eating food, and he'd be signing autographs, and it's like, wow.
And again, that's why I mentioned earlier, I love how humble they have stayed.
Now,
And even though I think the one time I remember in a video, Jordan McKnight was talking about it though, was he just wished that maybe they would just let him shop versus always up in his grill. But at the same time, they really wanted to be a part of their fans. They really, they were like, if it would not be for the fans, we would not be here.
Yeah.
So I think, while it's still hard, I think the one that was probably the most hardest on was his brother,
Jonathan. Yeah.
Jonathan was not really. He's more on the quieter side.
He is.
He's living the farm life. There's a show about that now out there. I've not seen it. I've heard about it. And he's the quieter one of them all. But that's fine. They support him.
Yes.
And they love each other.
I mean, now obviously my favorite member will always be Donnie. And the reason why was I read an article. I think my sister had a Tiger Beat, and I grabbed it one day because she said it was an interview with Donnie in there.
Reading Tiger Beat?
My sister had it. She said it was a good interview in there with Donnie. So I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what I said too. But
and so I got to the Tiger Beat part, or to the interview, and one of the things Donnie talked about was, oh no, when we're on tour, I'm the rock star of the group. I'm the one chucking TVs out the windows of hotels. I'm like, yeah, There we go.
He was
right.
definitely.
You're not this little
He's definitely more the
boy band dude.
Like if I'm correct, when they did their tour with New Kids on the Block, basically Donnie, AJ, and may I tell you, those are two rebels without a cause, and you just know it, and you're just like eating. I was eating up with a spoon. I'm like, oh, give me more, because they were just because they played off of each other too, and they knew they were both the bad boys, and they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They knew what they were doing.
Exactly.
But but for me, like hearing Donnie say that, like no, I'm acting like the rock star, and I'm just like, dude, I like you already.
Right. Yeah. He is. He really is more the bad boy versus John is completely
right.
Yeah.
He lends his voice. He does. He's also you'll see when he's like on concert, he's more his clothing is slightly varied. I mean, they all have various clothes. He's not taking off his shirt.
Yeah.
Other guys are. He is not.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
He is not. He's got his boundaries, and kudos to him for standing up for his morals, his beliefs, and kudos to them for going, we get you, bro. You're good. We love you and we support you. So.
I'm really shocked in this, especially when they got in their 30s, or when they even came back, why they never just decided to do a Chippendale style show.
Well, John probably would not be included.
Well, I'm sure John would be included, but
John would be for other things, but I don't think he would.
He could be the one, talking or nothing, off to the side talking about all the members or something.
No, that's just not. I don't think so. Because doesn't seem to be his personality. Okay. He's not. If you're at the show, you said Donnie was the right, like the rock star. This is true. He is usually the leader of the pack, and Jordan is too. They both kind of take turns in a way, but it's definitely more Donnie, and then Jordan, and then you've got Joey, and then John. John he's
behind the scenes. He wants to be behind the scenes.
There is something, but it's not because you still get him at the same time. You still get his sweetness, his kindness. You still get him. He's still just as entertaining as the other guys. He brings his own uniqueness to the show.
He's probably shy a little bit too.
Oh, he's very shy. I can remember him being on an Oprah show and them talking about it as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very shy. But I think he was also going through a lot that we weren't seeing. And I think once he got through that and everything was good.
Yeah.
It was good. And I think he had his brother Jordan. He had his New Kids on the Block bros, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool beans.
Yes.
Anything else?
I like New Kids on the Block. I love them.
I'm pretty sure we got that through.
Oh yeah, I love him too. Yeah. Well, other than an experience that I had years ago, but yeah, Mark did go into acting. Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that. Night, Isaac. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah. But yeah.
Well, you mentioned the experience. What kind of experience did you have years ago, Kim?
She's gonna smack you. That's what that look was. She's not really gonna do that, folks. If you're listening to online, she's not gonna do that. She's just gonna give them the ass.
Okay. So speaking of the cruises, the friend that introduced me to New Kids actually went on one of their cruises and got to meet him and got to know him. Lo and behold, she gave them my home phone number. So not only did I get a call from Jonathan, but I also got a call from Donnie. So
I love your friend. She's an amazing friend.
So
and when are we going on our cruise?
What?
Wait, was it a cruise?
Yeah, it was a cruise. It was
because their first con is this year in Rosemont, the end of May.
Yeah, and I want to go. But yes. But it was actually about 92. It was actually 92 when this all happened. And
92. So this was really before their real cruises. Now the kind of
Yeah.
cruises that they have now.
Yeah.
You got to talk to Donnie Wilbur? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you got to oh my gosh. And you got to talk to John. That's so cool.
Yeah, and John does have a soft voice, and
He does. He
yeah,
does.
and the thing about it is when he called, I was in. Oh, sorry, people. I was in my room because I usually spend a lot of time in my room. So I was in my room doing something, and I had this knock on my door, and my brothers come in and says somebody called JQ is on the phone. Well, JQ. Well, that's Jonathan's nickname, is JQ. And so I already knew who it was. What? So I talked
I've
to
been
him.
like, if I was looking at my brother, I'd be like, you're pranking me, right? You're pranking. You're pranking.
Well, I didn't believe
you could prank call a lot easier than you can now.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I knew who JQ was because every magazine that I could get on him, I got on him, so I knew of his nickname. So I thought, oh, well, no, it's not him, and sure enough, hi, this is Jonathan. My nickname's JQ. And okay, hi. So we talked.
Scott, you're a very lucky man. So, what did you and John and then Donnie talk about? We need the scoop. We need to know. What did you guys talk about?
We just talked about. They asked me questions about who I was. I got to know them, and then it ended with can't remember what it was, but it was basically a friendship calls. So.
And did they finally understand that you weren't actually on the cruise, but your friend gave you?
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder what they thought about that. Did they tell you like how they felt about that when they realized what had happened?
No, they really did that I could remember.
That was because they probably thought that was really sweet and nice. That's what I would think. And I think that's what they might have said, because that just seems something like in their wheelhouse that's something like they would do for somebody. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah. So I was in shock.
If Kim ever gets to meet Donnie and John, she's going to be like, that one time in 1992.
Me too, yeah. I don't know if they even still remember, but
you never know. You never know. You could be like, there was this one time you called and what would be my friend went on the cruise.
Yeah.
She gave you my phone number.
Yeah.
And that would be probably the oh, wait a minute, because if it's something different, that's something different that goes, oh, that wasn't like anybody else. But that's so cool that you got to talk to Donnie Wahlberg and Jonathan McKnight. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I can't even like, here's me, who is still single from New Kids on the Block. I'm pretty sure they're all taken.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Darn it.
I know. But yeah, it was quite an experience. And it was, like I said, it was those 2 phone calls. And then from there, I just continued to actually just listen to them and follow them. The only thing that I am upset with myself about is I had every one of their albums on cassette, and they got ruined in the rainstorm.
Oh yeah, but you can't help that.
Yeah.
Like,
so
what happened?
Yeah. And so I tried to go back and find all of them, and all I could find was Hangin Tough. So, but yeah, I mean, that was one experience that I'll always remember. I mean, because it's not very often that you have a celebrity band call your home house, let alone get
not one, but 2.
Yeah, and let alone your dad talks to Donnie before he gives a phone to you.
And what are your intentions with my daughter, sir?
So, but yeah, he got on the phone because he was the one that answered the phone when Donnie called in, and he asked him questions, and there was only questions Donnie could answer, and he gave the phone over to me. Oh, but yeah.
Could you? See, that would be the other thing. And then for you, Donnie, when you called, my dad asked you a bunch of questions before you got to talk to me.
Yeah,
He was gatekeeping.
he was.
Not with my daughter.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, you got to have really cool memories. I got to have really cool concert memories. You never know what will come with your views and abuse, and we'll got
That's right.
or shenanigans we might get into.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to have some shenanigans.
I think so.
Yep, I think so. I know Scott agrees too. He's just not nodding his head. He's thinking it though. See? He's like,
Yes.
if I send her to Rosemont, do I go there or do I send her by herself?
Oh, she's going by herself.
All right, Kim, I will see you in.
I'll see what I can do. End of May. Got it.
I might need to start making some phone calls.
Mhm.
Bro, if you want to meet Kim, this is your chance. See, that's when we should be doing ScareCon, right in the wheelhouse.
Exactly.
Star Wars, send your wives over to do kids.
Exactly.
But I'll be at both. I'd show
Yeah.
up there and then I'd bring them over. Like, you want to go hang out and do some Star Wars stuff?
Yeah.
That would be my question. Do you like Star Wars? Do you have lightsabers? You want to show me your lightsaber? You want to show
Yeah.
me your lightsaber? And what else are you into? And Jonathan, I know you like animals and farm stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to remember, Donnie lives out here, people. So,
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
Anywho,
So what you're saying is you're putting in a full call to Donnie to get him to show up at ScareCon.
ran into him and I found out he likes Star Wars. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would at least invite him. And I would say, Donnie, you like Star Wars. I'd like to invite you to ScareCon. Just hang out, have fun. People, don't you fangirl and fanboy over him. Just let him be. Have fun.
Exactly.
And then
And before that, we want an exclusive interview on youth and abuse.
Yeah.
but Ro would have to be there because that would only be professional because, we're at 5.
No, I meant the week before.
Well, you're right, but he would still need,
I meant the week before on the podcast, live on show. And what the heck?
I don't know. We would have to make sure that Kim could get through it.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be right there next to Nicole.
I'm glad you were married because if not, we won't be on camera.
Oh,
And
Lord.
R2 was talking about Scare After Dark earlier. He's missed.
Yep,
All right. It's almost 9:30.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And next week, we're going to be talking about Don't Be
the
Cruel.
king of rock and roll.
Yes. Starting.
We did
That's true.
kind of interesting.
Oh, no. The man who stole women's hearts before New Kids on the Block did.
Exactly.
And I can't wait to say there's actually one song I don't like by him.
Get out of town.
Yep, I just recently listened to an album and went, yeah, I don't like this version of the song. It was shocking to me because there's not a song I don't like by Elvis.
Well, yeah.
I am very shocked.
I was too. And I'll listen to it again, make sure it just hit me at the wrong time or whatnot. But
You might have to send me the song ahead of time so I can listen to it so I know. Or you should give me like a list of songs to listen to, and I won't know which one, but it'll be there so I can listen to them. That's what you should do.
okay.
And I may be able to figure it out, or I won't be able to figure it out. But then
So next week, 8 o'clock Eastern should be fine. We may be bumping a little bit into Sidebar as our ending, which means missing Hennifer if Hennifer is back next week.
Yeah. Hennifer wasn't here.
Jennifer should serenade Elvis. I need to ask them.
Yes. I agree.
And I can come. Maybe I can come on, and Hennifer can Kiss the
Oh.
Russian Dolls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
it pops his head off, people.
hey. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, see, can you see?
Oh.
Last one just patriotic.
But yeah, no, yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. I was just letting a bunch of his albums play, and I'm like, okay, this is actually a song I don't like.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
and
we'll have to find out next week.
yep,
We want everyone to tune in next week when we are we ending next week is the end of March Madness, isn't it?
next week is the end of 2023 March Madness. Now, it may not be a return after next week. I mean, after this year, because of the fact that one thing that me and Kim and Nicole, well, we all need to talk about for sure, but the fact that we're including a lot more music back into the show, which I'm happy Nicole brought us back into it, back into our bread and butter that we started with.
Yeah.
That was the reason why March Music Madness was even created. It was because we weren't talking about music anymore.
Yeah.
And now that we're really incorporating it, I mean, we've got a lot of music
Yeah. Oh yeah.
planned for the rest of this year.
Sorry, I had to put Elvis back together again.
Exactly.
Yes,
Leave him.
Can't leave them apart. No.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to help people. I mean, help Elvis.
But yeah, so it may return next year, but if not, it's no big deal.
I
because
think it will
we're-
return next year. I think we should.
Okay.
Because
But-
I think we have a lot of really good ideas of who we can do next year.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I mean, also, I mean,
Oh, I have another good idea. Next year we can even do one ahead of time where it's Patreon exclusive,
Yeah.
and they get to vote who would one of the March Madnesses days would be for.
Yeah. I
Versus
like
us
that.
picking all of them, maybe the final one would be for whoever they voted for.
Yeah.
exactly. But before next
You're
week,
welcome.
we want to remind everybody: have a great week.
And a great weekend.
Be kind to everyone,
Don't forget about Elvis next week.
Yes.
and whatever you do, don't be cruel.
To a heart that's true.
I don't want
Yeah.
anybody's love, baby. It's who I'm thinking of.
And always remember to step by step.
Yep.
And until next week, I'm Scott.
I'm Kim.
I'm Nicole and Elvis.
And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, great weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Love y'all.
Love ya.
Good night.
Good night.
Since I remember which one I got hit here.